So, as I went to bed last night, there was a innocuous, maybe not so innocuous, but there was a stream scheduled by Shion. I tweeted about it on my Twitter account. Just went live. It was a announcement stream with very little delay, very little notification. It went live. Would be live in 8 hours. It was late for me, so I went to bed. And then I woke up to the whole world on fire. Apparently, a lot of people said that the kanji used for announcement was like a little bit negative or like a serious kind of announcement. So yeah, at this point, not once the stream went live, a lot of the talents that had also streams scheduled at the same time started changing their schedules. Fubuki here, for example, tweeted, "Sorry everyone, I have some news about Shion. The event started at 9 p.m. so please watch the live stream from 10 p.m. It's a little late, but if you like, I'd love to join you and have some fun." Subaru did somewhat the same. She says, "There will be a break from broadcasting today. Sorry that Monster Hunter is next week. Have a good night's sleep today. We'll be broadcasting with enthusiasm again from tomorrow." And then there's Choco saying, "I'm taking a break from streaming today. We'll stream tomorrow morning or evening. There has been a lot of changes to the schedules, so I'm remaking Choco Jewel. Wait a minute." And Vivi Vivi tweeted, "Today has been a hectic day, so I'm going to take a break from streaming. Check out the cover songs and archives." Now, also, what was going on around the same time is that Matsuri tweeted on her PL that's like her official PL, some song lyrics she was listening to. The first part of the song lyric was "Let's all stay strong." And then she tweeted a bunch of other things. People were asking her what this was about. Some people thought she was doom posting. She responds to a user saying, "It was a tweet of the lyrics of a song I was listening to, and I was wondering what it was, and then I found out about the frame through everyone's tweets." Obviously, there's some mistranslations here, but she does end up deleting her original tweets as it caused some speculations, I assume. And then the stream happened. So let's talk about the actual stream and what was said. Oi, you! Yeah, you! Hi! If you're not subscribed to my second channel, I don't know what you're doing with your life. So take a moment, press the like button, press the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell on. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now let's get back into the video. So the stream happens, Shion announces her graduation. Now there's a couple translations that have been made. We cross-refed a few translations. Everybody has their own little difference. I picked the one that I thought was pretty good. She asked not to clip the stream, and she asked also not to rebroadcast the VOD, so we really only have transcripts to go off from. So it starts by saying, "Good evening, can you hear me?" The comments froze, so I wasn't sure, but now I can see them. "Once again, good evening. This is Shion of Hololive 2nd Generation. My head hurts a little, but today I have an important announcement for everyone who has always supported me. That's why I'm broadcasting this. I'm sorry for making you feel anxious before the stream started. I'm truly sorry." In conclusion, I'll say it. Shion will graduate from Hololive on April 26, 2025. The reason is a difference in direction with the company. I've been here for 6.5 years, now entering my 7th. Over the past few years, I started feeling this difference more and more. As time passed, it gradually grew bigger. About a year ago, I took a break without deciding when to return. I was struggling, mentally exhausted, and honestly, I was worried about my life. I thought taking a break would help, but I started hating the internet, something I once loved. That fear was terrifying. It affected me both mentally and physically. Even now, I still go to the hospital. I don't think I will be completely cured, but after a year, I realized I still love it. Before, I wouldn't even have thought about getting help. I would have just given up. But because of you, my listeners, my Shiokos, I wanted to take better care of myself. Last year, I truly felt that the internet is my place, a warm and kind space surrounded by my supporters. I want to laugh and be happy together with you. I really love you all. There is no lie in my words. So why graduation? As long as I belong to a company, I believe it's right to follow its directions and rules. But over time, expectations changed. Things that weren't there before, things that weren't expected became necessary. And that's where I disagreed with the company. That's why I chose to graduate from Hololive. I was very worried about announcing this before Hololive Fest, but I wanted you all to know about my last fest before it happened, so I decided to announce it now. People often say difference in direction, but that's really what it is. I'm sorry, I can't say more than that. I know that there will be assumptions and rumors. Please don't be fooled. Only believe what I've said. Everything I told you today is what I truly feel, and I hope my words won't be taken out of context. Thank you for understanding. There is still time until my graduation, so until then, I want to make a lot of memories with you. Thank you always. Please take care of me until the last day. And for the final words, I have read the prepared text, and that's all for now. It's a bit early, but I like to end here. Thank you all for everything. Well, it might be strange to say that now, but thank you. I hope that you will support me until my last day, April 26, 2025. I will do my best for Hololive Fest. Thank you, and thank you for listening. There's a few things that was discussed in the announcement. I saw a lot of people online being like, this announcement or this graduation before Hololive Fest, that's really, really bad. But I do think it's important. It was important for her to announce this before Hololive Fest, so her fans could go see her perform one final time, and she could give it her all one final time, and give her like a big send-off. From the sound of her not of her graduation, of her announcement and what she said, the bit where she's talking about the internet, saying that she's, went back and forth wondering if she started hating the internet or but then she figured out that no, she actually loves this place and she feels like it's truly her place. It does hint, or it feels like we're going to see her again, probably as an indie. For those who've been following Shion, I mean, she has been very absent for a lot of years now. She's had health struggles in the past. I'm gonna talk about it after I've hit its own segment. You probably saw this coming. She was always kind of speculated to be one of the people that might graduate soon, so it doesn't really come as a surprise. However, I'm not gonna disregard the feelings of the people who are grieving about this, because it still hurts even though you kind of saw it coming. As for the direction changing with the company, she did, that seems to be one of the main focus points as well. She says that things that weren't there before and things that weren't expected became necessary, and that's where I disagreed with the company. I'm not sure if Hololive, I'm not sure if the Hololive talents are treated as like freelancers or salaried employees, because when you're a freelancer, you know what? I don't even know how it works in Japan. I just know how it works in my country. But in my country, if you're a freelancer, the agency you work with, they can sort of switch up the rules on you all the time, or they can try to make you sign a new contract, but with new directives. But if you are an employee, they're not necessarily allowed to do this. But then again, it might not work like this in Japan, so I don't even know why I'm basing myself off of that. So disregard that. So I think I spoke about this. Now, let's go over the official part, and then we'll go over the less official stuff. Hololive released shortly after this their own official announcement, saying announcement regarding the graduation of Murasaki Shion. Thank you for your continued support of Hololive production. We regret to inform you that Murasaki Shion, a member of the Vtuber group Hololive, will be graduating on Saturday, April 26, 2025. As a second-generation member, Murasaki Shion has been an integral part of Hololive for nearly 7 years. That's huge. It's a lot of time. Playing a significant role in the growth and success of Hololive production since its early days. We understand this news may be difficult to fans and everyone involved, and we deeply appreciate the warm support and kindness you have shown throughout her journey. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. They also relieve, you know, the official black font on white paper letter. It's pretty much saying the same thing. I guess the only thing that's important to note is that Shion will not remain an affiliated talent. She is straight up graduating. Shion herself then took to Twitter to send this message saying, Shion will be graduating from Hololive. Thank you so much to everyone who supported me over the past 6.5 years. This decision is the result of a lot of thought that took me several years to make. The graduation broadcast is scheduled for April 26, and until that day comes, I want to make lots of memories. Please support us. To this, Tanigo replied, Shion, thank you for your hard work over the years. Irani replied, thank you, Shion senpai. Luffy liked the hairstyle that you created I use at Io Salon, so I hope you'll keep trying out different hairstyles in the future, because I think they all look good on you. Koyori also tweeted at them, Shion senpai, before I found out you were graduating, I was really glad that we were able to get closer. That's why I'm incredibly lonely, but I'd be happy if we could have fun together for the rest of our time together. Let's hang out, I'll always love you. There's a message from Noelle. Shion senpai, I loved chatting on stream and used it to accompany me while I worked. I'm sad, but I still have a lot of time before graduation, so I'll burn Shion senpai's image into my memory. I hope you will make lots of fun memories until the very end. Koyori also added in another tweet, even though things are incredibly tough, I am doing my best to make her smile come true, so please continue to stay with me. Thank you as always. Miko, Sakura Miko, my fave. Take care of yourself the most. I love Shion-chan. Let's enjoy it till the end. And Botan also replying, I'll treasure the memories of you asking me to play with you. Let's run through it together until the end. Irika from Regloss saying, Shion senpai, thank you so much for your hard work over the past 6 years, over the past 6.5 years. I hope that you will continue to have a lot of happiness in your future. Okami Mio, when I joined Hololive, Shion was the first senior who asked me to hang out with her. Thank you. Let's continue to be friends until the end. Ayame simply tweeted Shion with like an emote that I don't know how to describe. And let's make this final stage we stand on together a fun one. I assume she's referring to Holofest. Zeta just tweeting hug and a purple heart. Raora, Harusaki Nodoka tweeting, we will support and help you until the end. Aski, I was just able to talk to Shion a little while ago, but she's graduating. I'm sad. Six Fest, we're on the same stage, so I want to work hard together. Choco tweeted again saying, I'll run with you and watch over you until the end. Polka adding, I'm so happy to be able to stand on the same fest stage at the end, Shion-tan. I look forward to the rest of your support. I love Mage Violet. Shion she's got the Kuzogaki like brat model, so it was definitely one of my favorite models at Hololive. This is another tweet by Polka. Rather than making reckless choices or not looking after yourself, it's important for them to live happily and naturally. In any case, I can't help but notice when my idol is going through hardships, and it hurts my heart to be hit with that. But I've decided to enjoy the things that only I can do. I hope this is Lami's tweet saying, I hope Shion senpai gets better as soon as possible. I had so much fun talking to you. I hope to talk to you again before graduation. Toa says, I can't put it into words. I was happy to solve the mystery and go out to dinner, so I feel a bit sad. But I want to support people in walking their own path that they have chosen for themselves. Dude, Polka is such a goat. I love Polka. Fuwamuko! When I read this tweet in my head, I just read it with their voice. I unfortunately cannot replicate their cute voice, so I'm just gonna have to read it in the Rima voice, saying, Shion senpai, I was so happy when we first played together at the Minecraft Sports Day. Shion senpai was so kind. Before my debut, I often listened to and sang Major Violet and Chandelier. I will always love Shion senpai's music. Bow bow. Let's have fun for the rest of of our time. Oh, this one I put it twice on accident. Roboko-san tweeted, I'm sad that Shion is gone. I've been playing since the beginning, so it brings back a lot of memories. You know, Roboko is also one of the OGs. But I'll also enjoy the festival to the fullest to support the path I've chosen. Nene tweets, I spent a few seconds thinking about this tweet and came up with it. I hope the internet is the best place for everyone. Flair, I want to play more with Shion-senpai. It's sad, but let's have a great time at the 6th festival and make it a fun memory. Kanade adding, thank you for your hard work over the past 6.5 years, Shion-senpai. I'm very sad, but I support Shion-senpai's choice. I want to make fun memories with Shion-senpai until graduation. Shion was on my mood board, but I've always been a purple girl. The belly part was inspired by Shion, because she also has like her belly exposed. Yeah. I'm lonely and I don't know what to say. It's sad to say this now, but it's an honor to be able to sing and dance on the same stage with Shion Senior one last time. I'm very happy to be a junior. Let's make lots of memories together. And Aki Rose tweeting, I feel lonely. This one's sad. This one hits hard. Bells tweeting, thank you so much for all of your hard work, Shion-senpai. I still feel lonely, but I will continue to support you. And Sakura Miko also adding, no matter where I go in the future, my friends will always be the same. So I want to continue living without regrets. Miko loves seeing Shion-ten smiling. Laplace tweeted this. Doesn't it suit you that it turned out badly? And it's like an excerpt from a song they have together, which... Aren't they so cool? Fuamoko also retweeted the Hololive announcement regarding Shion's graduation with a blue heart, crescent moon, and a pink heart. Chloe also tweeted on her alt, I wish you lots of happiness. Aww. And Fubuki tweeting, Shion, do you want to do some elementary school problems? So, you know, maybe a future collab between Fubuki and Shion before she graduates. And Usada Pecora also tweeting at Shion-chan, Monster Hunter. There's also some other reaction. So Pecora-chan was streaming when this happened, and she like immediately reacts to it.
ほんじゃあね、9時からしおんちゃんのなんか大切なお知らせがあるから、ペコレカ休憩するわ。枠は真っ暗にして、終わり次第また再開するわ。
Oh, so I guess she didn't stop this. She didn't reschedule the stream like others did. She just like takes a little break. You know, she puts on a black screen while the Shion announcement happened, and then she started again.
ツイッターでつぶやこう。つぶやいたわ、しおんちゃんモンハンやろう。
And that's where she tweeted, like right after it happened, that's when she tweeted at Shion for the Monster Hunter.
少しでも思い出を。
各地の様子にも目を配ります。
話が全く入ってこない。
私たちは引き続きここの状況を注視対処していこう。
Pecora can't focus on the story at all.
すまないがこれまで通り。
やばい。話がマジで今オリビアが何話してるかがマジでミリも分かってなかった。
星の隊に任せて。
人って感情がちょっとあれになると理解ができなくなるってことが分かったね。マミーは卒業しないですかってそんなん知らない。
So here chat is saying, I pray that mommy won't ever graduate. I believe they're referring to Pecora, and she replies something a little ominous. We're living in a period where anything could happen. Or maybe they were talking about Pickle Mama. So support them while you can. But is Pickle Mama okay? I hope.
そう、スマホでディスコードできるから。だってペコーラノエフレの LINE 知らないんじゃない？見て！えって。ノエフレの知らない。 てる。萌えフレも知らないの。はい。
ナタが集めてく
萌えフ
れている情
レ知らない。
報の中
同期
で
だけど。
一つ。
そう、マリンのは知ってる。なんでだったかな、マリンのはなんでだったかな、忘れちゃった。なんかで聞いたというか、ちょっと LINE で話すかみたいな話になった時があったんだよな、一時。でもディスコで3期生グループとかあるからね、全然。LINE 教えて。やだ。
ありがとう。
返信だるい。はー。
She's way too cute. I'd say that Pecora's avatar is too iconic. If she were to graduate, starting from scratch would be notably hard. I would miss Pecora's avatar, that's for sure. She's adorable. I know. I got another one talking about the Shion graduation. Hold up. It's a good one because it's from Miko, and I love Miko.
そう、しおんたんの配信見たんですけど、ちゃんと説明してくれててすごい。いや、あんなにクソガキなのにね、しっかりしてるなーって思った。
I mean,
も思ってる。そう、
I think she's been thinking about it for a really long time.
ファンをすごい思ってるなって。そう、端的で分かりやすいお知らせだった。いや、本当にそうだなと思いました。まあ、方向性の違いはね、もうしょうがないんだ。
As well for the difference in direction that just can't be helped.
しょうがないなって。
Nothing can be done.
やっぱりすごい活動
Speaking
者
from
目
the
線の
perspective of
話
a
をしちゃう
talent,
と、やっぱり欲しくないと。
if you're not enjoying what you're doing,
もちろん嫌だ
of
なと思う
course at times I don't like it or
めん
even
どくさい
find it
な
real
って
pain.
思うことも、朝起きたくないな
Like
とか
I don't want to get up so
本当に細かいことも
early
ね
and many more
たく
trivial
さんあ
stuff
るん
like
ですよ。
that.
猫は配
I
信
love
大好きだ
streaming.
し、みんなと一緒にいるこ
And
と
I
とか
love being with you all
も大好き
of
だけ
you,
ど、
but
でも嫌なこと
but no matter what you do, even if it's something you really love,
っていうのはさ、やっぱり何をしてても好きなことやっててもね、絶対に生まれて
something unpleasant about it will definitely be born. That's what I think.
きてしまうもの
Why is she so mature?
ではあるなってミコすごい思ってて、そのシオンタンの方向
I
性
don't
は
know which direction
わからない
Cheon-tan
けど、
choose.
そこのために
But for that, I believe this graduation might have been one of the
一つ
options.
の選択肢だったのかなってミコすごい思うかな。それはすごい
And I really
尊
want
重
to
したいの。
respect that.
あと一緒にね、フォロ
She is the most
ー
mature baby.
したのがすごい嬉しいなって。
Miko's spitting. Oh, that's kind of the thing, right? It's like, it's work at the end of the day. Even if it is something you love, even sometimes you don't always feel like having a lot of responsibilities, even if it's for something you love, it does end up becoming work. And sometimes you gotta compromise. A lot of the time you gotta compromise, especially when there's other people involved. I gotta compromise a lot, and I'm only a one-man show, so I can only imagine what they're going through. And on top of that, it's work regardless. I don't know how to explain this without making it sound like it's not something they enjoy. VTubing and streaming, unlike other jobs, is inextricably fused with having fun. But the thing is, even if you are having fun and following your passion, things will happen, or after a while, it always going to feel like work. And sometimes you just don't want to work. It's like when somebody tries to convince me to go to the gym and I'm like, nah, but you gotta drag me there. And once I'm there, I'm having fun. But there's just some days where you don't feel like doing it. And I mean, at one point, you kind of gotta reevaluate where you're at in your life. Is this what you still want to do? If there's some changes you want to do, if this is too much, if you want to take a step back. But if, when you're working on a company, you gotta be on the pace of the company. And perhaps Shion wanted a change. And I don't know about you guys, but when I start doing something for a really long time, sometimes you just need like a complete change, just like a complete change of environment to just refresh your passion and figure out. And I think from what she was saying about, she was debating whether she loved the internet and stuff, I feel like that's perhaps the conclusion she came to as well. It is draining, even if it's something you love. Shion has talked about taking a step back from the internet since she felt like she spent most of her life online, which is why she took that break last year. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, it does, man, I can relate to that. It does feel like, especially like these last 3 weeks, at least for me, I feel like I'm terminally online because I'm trying to get so much done before my trip to Japan. But like the thing is, most of these girls stream so much more than me. They stream like 10 hours a day. They do really long streams. So I cannot only imagine, especially since Shion started very young. So she probably felt like most of her life or most of her like formative years, you know, her young years, she spent them online. And sometimes you're just like, well, shit, I want to see what's out there too.
くらいの次にしようかよ。本当になんか漫画かよってなってしまったよ、もみこん。どういうこと ?4 人になっちゃうんですけど。ほのみちどうなの
She does sound like a baby. She has...
続きはウェブでという感じね。もうそこはほのみちに任せましょう。黒船長一人に。
Yeah.
大丈夫かな、マリン。
Marine's gonna be alone.
変わらず残る我々は
As usual, we
みんなに笑顔
As usual, we who still remain here, all we can do is give you all
を
smiles.
与えていくことしかできない。みんなが悲しくなって
When you guys are feeling down, all we can do is stream and a ton and cheer you
た
up.
らもうたくさん
When you guys are...
配
Oh,
信して
I already read that.
励ましていくしかできない。ここはもう本当に自由でいいと思う
I
よ。
believe you're
僕は
free to
ね
be as you please in this place.
無理に
You don't have
笑
to
わな
force
くても
yourself
いい
to
し。
laugh.
ただミコたちはここ
Just
にいま
remember
すか
we
ら
are
こ
here
の画面の中に
inside your screens.
誰かが抜けていったとしても
Even if someone
ね
leaves.
この場所はちゃんとありますから
Hololive still
よろし
remains.
くお願いします。
And I hope for
今
your
後とも
continued
フォローで
support. And if the rats are true that she graduated from college and it's really a crossroad, it's totally possible she might have a different career planned. Maybe, but I think she's gonna keep on streaming for a couple of reasons, but I'll get to that later. Now, I want to do a little section for the speculations and past hints. So, Shion, you know, just recently she was tweeting about having some health issues. January 16th, that's not that long ago, she tweeted, I've had terrible insomnia these past few weeks, and on top of that, every time I go to sleep, I have nightmare. And 2 or 3 times in one sleep, I'm in a state of indecision, wondering if I'm asleep or awake. And sometimes I try hard to fall asleep, but sometimes I can't, so I'm not feeling well every day because of lack of sleep. I'm thinking of asking for advice next time I go to the hospital, but it's really hard. I'm sorry I couldn't see you all. I'm wondering if she was already, you know, debating this decision, which is why in her dream she was also in a state of indecision. She goes on and says, I actually wanted to write a bit more, so I'll continue. That's why I'm afraid of going to sleep lately, and in fact, I just woke up. I didn't want to make everyone worried that it was an epidemic or something, and it's not something that can be cured quickly. So I wanted to tell everyone rather than not say anything. I'm sorry. Sorry, this is the last one. I've had insomnia for about half a year now, due to mental issues. So I've been going to the hospital for the past 6 months. Lately, my symptoms have gotten so bad that I'm going to consult with the next hospital. So it looks like she's had also like mental health issues. She was struggling, mentally exhausted, and worried about her life. Affected me both mentally and physically. It seemed like it's been giving her some anxiety. But I don't see where, did I miss it? But where in the announcement is she talking about health issues? I was very worried about this before Hololive Fest. I know there's assumption and rumor, please don't be fooled. No, it's gotta be in the first part. I thought taking a break would help, but I started hating the internet, something I once loved. That fear was terrifying. It affected me both mentally and physically. Even now, I still go to the hospital. Even now, I still go to... Yeah, it looks like she's in her tweets, it sounds like she's going very often to the hospital. Like, oh, I'll ask the hospital when I go there next. That's not something I would say. I go to the hospital like once a year, maybe, sometimes less. So that's not something that somebody who's healthy would say, I think. I mean, she says mental and physical. The fear was terrifying. It affected me both mentally and physically. So, I mean, I can't categorically say whether it's you know, only mental health issues or just health issues. It could be both. I mean, when you're bad mentally, it also affects you physically. Everything in your body is connected together. She went to the hospital every week for a month last year, and insomnia was one of the things discussed. Okay. Jeez, she must have been under a lot of strain. No, Pecora, no. We've already seen you. No, no, Miko. Let's take a look at her last indefinite hiatus. See what she did there. What she said. Oh, you were speaking for yourself. So you also went to the hospital a lot and you had similar symptoms? Jeez, take care of yourself.
配信するかね迷ったんですけど、迷ったっていうのも
I don't know if Japan has a good healthcare system for mental health. I don't know. I feel like I'm inclined to say no, but I'm sure you can find good doctors still.
もう真剣な話っていうか、あんま暗い話を普段ね配信で、まあ、暗い話かどうかわかんないけどね、どうしても暗くなってしまうような雰囲気の話のことはしないようにしてたから、しなくていいと思ってたから今までしなかったんだけど、マネージャーとかね、マネちゃんとか運営さんとかと話してきたりして、配信をした方がいいんじゃないみたいな言ってもらって、まあ確かになと思って、本当に正直に言うと本当にあんま言うか言わないか迷ったけど、めちゃめちゃ正直に言うとインターネットに疲れちゃったっていうのが
Okay, so it's the same thing.
理由になってて、
basically starting this the same way she mentioned in her announcement stream that she got tired of the internet.
ツイッターとか自分
I
に
mean, the internet does wear you down. Like, I love VTubers. Like, I love content creation, and I love other content creators, and I love my community. But goddamn, VTuber audiences and navigating this space sometimes is so fucking difficult. The audiences are so difficult to navigate at times. It kind of chips at your mental, like, slowly, and I cannot only imagine. This is just a fraction. Not even a fraction, it's like a fucking decimal, like a nanodecimal of what these girls are experiencing. Have you guys seen the guy that was harassing Marine? What he was writing about her? And like hundreds of accounts he's done to harass her? I do not doubt for a second that Shion has to deal with hundreds of messages like that as well.
に近いもの、まあ、自分のことが載ってる SNS、 まあ自分関連のツイートとかね流れてきたりとか、暗い SNS の暗いニュース、そういう情報が流れてくるのを見るのもしんどくなっちゃって、本当に正直に言う
Thank you
と
for the heart, Ali.
本当にあんま言うか言わないか迷ったけど、インターネット
Main
に
reason that I
疲
got
れちゃ
tired
っ
of
た
the
っていうの
internet.
が一番の理由になってて、ツイッターとか自分
Twitter
に
and all
近
the
いもの、
social
ま
media
あ自分
around
の
me.
ことが載ってる SNS、 まあ自分関連
All
の
the
ツイー
tweets
トとかね
related
流
to
れて
me.
きたりとか、暗い
The dark,
SNS の
the
暗いニュ
social
ース、
media's dark news.
そういう情報が
Seeing all that
流れてくるのを
information
見るの
became
も
too
しんどくなっちゃ
tiresome.
って、私は
And
この
because I
活動
like
が
my
好きだった
activities.
から好きだったっていうか好きで始
More
め
like
た
I
から
started because I liked
好きのまま
it.
で
I
いた
want
く
to
て
keep liking it.
絶対に
I don't want to
嫌い
start
になりたく
hating
ない
it.
から今思えば
Now that I think about
Ah,
it,
6
it
年
has been
目
6
になって
years already.
めちゃめちゃちっちゃ
I
い時か
am
らインター
in
ネットをやっ
internet
てき
from
て
a
た
really, really young
Okay.
age.
なんですよ。で、マネち
My
ゃんが
manager and the other
運営の人とも
management,
ね、ちゃんと正
I
直
already
に
talked with them
話
about
し
a
合
lot
っ
of
ていろんなこ
things.
と話したんだけど、言わないけど、
But I won't tell what
いろんな思いとか、いろんなこ
about
と
how
を
I
話してき
feel and a
た
lot
ん
of
ですよ。
things. So she wants
で、
to keep some
自分が
information
自分
private.
がね、本当にやり
What do I
たい
really
ことは
want to
何なんだ
do?
と。
2019 was 7 years ago? Stop. Wait, so COVID was 6 years ago? Oh, thank God, you scared me. Okay, 6, not 7. So COVID was 5 years ago. You guys scared me. VTuber maths. You guys scared the shit out of me.
考えたりする時間が欲しかったから、そういう時間をいただいたのが休みの前提の話だから、いろいろシュンが考えたりする時間な
I
んだ
would
な
be
っ
happy if you think I'm using that time to think about everything.
て思ってもらえたら嬉しいです。でも前向きな気
Demo,
持ち
I'm
で休ん
resting
でる
for a
から、
positive
なん
reason.
か
So
このまま何も
don't
発
worry, I won't
信
stop
しない
streaming
で
and just
いなくな
disappear.
っちゃうのかなとか、なんかそういうことは心配しないでもらえたら
I will be happy if you don't
嬉しい
worry.
です。なんか休みますってツイ
I
ー
wouldn't
トし
just
て
tweet I
その
am
まま
taking
消
a
え
break
ちゃう
and
とか
just
そういう
disappear.
のは
That wouldn't
ない、
happen.
ないと思っててほしい。
I want you to think
で
it
も本
wouldn't.
当に主な理由
The
は
reason is
そんな
just
感じかな。
that
なんか
I
悪い
mean,
情報、
bad
イン
news
ターネ
are
ットっていい
there's
情報
good
もあ
news
れ
in
ば、
internet,
まあ悪い情報の方
but it is
が
the bad news
多
that
く
usually
目
stand
立
out
って
the
きちゃう
most,
から、も
and
ちろん
that
ね
is true.
ニュースとかもそうだ
Same
け
goes
ど、
for regular news.
そういうのを見
I got tired of
て
seeing
疲れちゃっ
that.
たっていうのが
That would be the main
一番
reason.
かな。じゃあいつまで休む
For
のみ
those
たいな。
wondering
い
how
つまで
long
い
I
ない
will
のみたいな。
rest,
今決まってる仕
regarding the
事
work
と
I still
か、
have to
もちろん
do,
その休みたいけ
there
ど
is
やら
work I
なきゃい
have
け
to
ない
do
ことって
even if I
お
wanted
休み
to
中もも
rest.
ちろんあるんだよ。だから今表
Thing
に
you
出てるも
already
ので
know
言うと
about
フ
are
ェス
the
とか
fest and the
エキスポ
expo,
とか、そのあたりには
and I will
もちろん
participate in
出演しま
those.
す。で、まだ発
There are
表さ
also
れてな
things
い
that haven't
お
been
仕事
announced
とか
yet.
案件とか、他のプロジェクトと
Some
か、
projects
そういう
too.
のにも
I will
出
be on
演
those
したり、ボイスや歌の収録をしたりも
And I have to
して
record
ま
some
す。
songs
し
too.
ます。休んでる
So
間も。
even there, she just named a bunch of things that she's working on in the background. So on top of everything that you guys are seeing, on stream in the live streams, they're doing so much more behind the scenes. She named the festival. She named a few things that weren't announced yet. She named some songs that she needed to record, probably separate from the fest.
します、それは。だからしばら
So
く
it's
の
not like I
間
will
は
be completely gone. So even during her hiatus, she was working basically.
来ないわけじゃなくて、やんなきゃいけないことはやったり出たりもするので、この辺はね出てきたら温かく
And if
見
you
てい
see
ただ
me,
け
I
たら
hope
な
you
って
get a warm
思ってます。
feelings. Aw.
ただ旬の
But I will disappear from
YouTube
YouTube and Twitter during my
Twitter
break.
でのツイートとかは基本的に休んでる期間はなくなります。
And I won't be
で
there.
期間は
And
決
I
まっ
haven't
てない
decided
で
the
す。
length.
まあ先に言っとくと
There is not a date for my
いつ戻って
comeback.
きますとかないです。まあ無期限っていうと重いので言わないですけど、それは
True, Caleb.
なんか
There's
ぐら
not
い
a
に
I
戻
will
ってき
be
ま
back
すと
between
かも
X and Y month
ないで
either.
す。
Okay, so there we have it. This is honestly pretty much what she has been debating for
はい。
literal months now. Now, Shion has actually created 2 accounts on October 28th, 2024. I don't know if she made the decision back then, but she tweeted from her PL and direct people to following that new account called Roasan. She says, it's been a while. I hadn't used it at all. Obviously, this is an AI translation, so it's not like super accurate. But recently, I have some things I want to show, so I created an account to occasionally post photos. We don't talk much, but let's be friend. And what I find interesting is that she's made, the X account, but she's also made a YouTube account. So I wonder if this is going to be like the Nimi Nightmare kind of deal. Given what was said on her main Twitter account, which she said this decision is the result of many years of careful consideration with myself. Maybe she might have made these accounts with graduation in mind, and this might be the account she debuts as an indie, but we'll see. Take it with as much salt as you can. She's also tweeted from that account, and I don't speak English, and she sings. It's a really funny a really funny Twitter space, or like a Twitter voice memo. And she adds, I always sing in a bathroom, but I don't sing while toileting. Wait, what does she mean by toileting? I sing sitting on the bathroom floor with proper clothes on. The reason is that it echoes and feels good. You guys want to listen to it? She doesn't sing in the shower, like with the water running. She just sings in the bathroom. Like, you guys know when you made fun of me bringing my tea into the bathroom? That's what I'm doing. I'm drinking my tea in the bathroom, but not while toileting, not while in the shower. I drink it outside.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sweet mom, but tonight gone crazy. How you gonna do it? Just me, yada. Apatu, 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 apatu.
I love it. Isn't it so good? It ends like on a positive note, don't you think? All right. Additionally, Yagoo has also made a little statement on his Twitter, like addressing fans' concern, saying, thank you for your continued support of Hololive production. We sincerely apologize for the concern we have caused you with the successive announcements regarding graduations, acknowledging that few last graduations have worried fan bases. Just like you, we feel lonely every time we see a talent leave. I suppose that when they say we feel lonely, it means they feel sad, right? And it's true, there's something about the Hololive graduations that even though there's been maybe less than other agencies, it feels like each graduation hits hard because a lot of them are veterans, a lot of them are like powerhouses, and in our mind, we just always thought they were going to be there. So Yagoo continues saying, we provide support in many areas, such as Hololive Expo, 3D live shows, corporate tie-ups, I don't know what this means, and music production support to ensure that each one can reach their full potential, allowing them to focus on their activities with peace of mind. However, there are still areas that need improvement, so I am setting up opportunities to talk directly with the talents and working towards improvement. I will continue to do my best to ensure that both the talent and the fans can smile. Thank you for your continued support. This is just the translated part, but bigger. And we have, all of the Doom posters. I thought this one was really funny. Just like that leaker said, one JP and one non-JP talents are leaving this year. Who's next? The Vegas, oh my god, you guys, oh my god, the Vegas statement ever turned out to be true. Breaking news over here. Excuse me, Nostradamus over here predicted the future. Guys, I'm gonna do my own prediction. My own prediction is that a JP talent and a non-JP talent will graduate in the next 2 years. All right, remember this, clip this right now, hold me accountable. If this happens within 2 years, I'm a psychic, just saying. Don't you put that evil on us. I know, bold claim, I know, wild. I was thought it was funny. It was like the biggest statement ever. Like, of course, what? And then everybody's like, oh my god, he was right, he predicted the future, oh my god. But anyway, let's talk about some real facts though. Stuff that did act, I need more tangible stuff I can sink my teeth in. So, let's talk about the last financial report. Now, if you're in my Discord server, you know I was incredibly happy when the Cover Corp financial report came out because the results were great. Like, it exceeded expectations. My stock have been in the red for a fucking year, an entire year, and they shot up. They shot up because of the financial report. And that was on Friday night, boys. That was on Friday night. So I didn't sell because I was like, that means the graph is going to still go up. Okay? I was like, the graph's going to still go up. Why would it go down? The numbers are up. The investor report, it's like all green, This is great. It's only going to go up. Why would I sell? But then the freaking investors were not happy. They were not happy with this exceptional financial report that Cover Corp put out. And they complained, and I believe that they oversold. And so when the market opened up after the weekend, and the JP market opens up on Sunday, and I always forget about it, it crashed. And now I'm back in the dump again. And you know why it crashed? Because of this. The net profit margin was 3.37% down, and that number freaked them out. Because of that number freaked them out, they felt like they hadn't made enough profits. Now, the fact that the investors like sold, it kind of creates a cascade effect because everybody, like, people see that the stock is being sold, the price starts to go down, then everybody starts selling. It creates a kind of hysteria and it affects everybody. But the thing is, if you look historically, like, their profit margins have been way lower before. So I still think that the investors have oversold. And I think that the investors are acting Menhera, for real. And because of them, now I'm back in the red. And cover is too, motherfuckers. It's going slowly back up. It might dip again because of this. And it dipped during the last fauna graduation. Like, it took a big dip. Now, I'm wondering if this is also one of the reasons why Yagoo did this announcement. It's to calm down fans, because when there's a hysteria and panic that sets in, investors are really fidgety. Investors, they're about numbers. They want to make money. If they feel like the company's making bad business decision, they're gonna sell, because they don't fucking care whether they invest in Cover Corp or they invest in Toei Animation or they invest in some, name me any other industry that's like not related at all, or they invest in like a casino slot machine. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're number monkeys. Did they sell because the new Shion would announce a graduation? No. I should have specified that. This happened a while ago. This happened on February 14th. The release was like February 12th of the financial report, so it has nothing to do with the Shion graduation. It's really only quarterly financial, but it's just to show you that, for me, that just means that we gotta monitor Cover Corp a little bit, because even though Cover thought they were doing great, we thought Cover was doing great. However, the investors didn't think that. And now we have to monitor this, because we'll have to see how much the investors influence Cover Corp's future decisions. For example, these were some comments from the investors when this happened, saying Riku is a better manager. Management is about profits rather than sales. I wonder what it's like for a talent management company to lower labor costs, increase profits, and use the money for dividends instead of capital investment. Dividend is when you give back to the stockholders, so you get like just straight up money. Isn't it so dumb? It's so silly. This is the source where I got a screenshot. It's from Chris the Holo Pro Simp. And according to this Twitter post, that investor mentioned in the post wanted Cover to revise their net profit target from 7.3 billions to 9 billions, but instead Cover Corp only revised it from 7.3 billion to 7.4 billion, as you can see here encircled. And Cover Corp revised it to a number that they thought would be achievable and that was realistic. But those greedy investors, no, they wanted more. They want them to accelerate. So I'm showing this here. This is something, it may affect, this may not affect the way Tanigo runs a company, but it also may, we'll see. This is something to monitor and to look for in the future. Additionally, somebody else pointed that out, that the streaming and content revenue has mostly been like sort of stagnating, showing like increased revenue over time. However, the merchandise and revenues have like shot up. I personally don't mind that, because clearly the investors need to be satisfied somehow. And I feel like the merchandising is not something that is more taxing to the talents. I think if we ask them to pump out way more concerts, pump out way more events, do way more sponsorships and stuff, that would be something that could affect the talent schedule. And right now, since it seems like they're already being kind of overtaxed time-wise, the merchandise revenue at least is something like, it's kind of like something that you passively promote, right? The concert revenue also went up from when they started back in 2021. Sheesh, that is a big difference actually, now that I look at it. From 708 to 11,000. over the years. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in 3 years, have they ever mentioned like when exactly they felt like a Cover Corp started to do a change in direction? Did they ever say if it was like 3 years or 4 years? No, we're kind of in the realm of speculations here. Yeah, I thought the concerts themselves were lucky to break even. Me too. Well, this is revenue. It's not profit. Like, see, there's a difference between revenue and profit. This is why the investor here is mad, because he's saying you guys got a lot of sales and you made a lot of money. However, you didn't make enough profits. That means the spendings were too high. But at the same time, Cover Corp's philosophy has always been to just build up the fan experience, build up the brand experience. So later on down the line, the IPs themselves will become more profitable. Yeah, basically that investor is saying you should be less human. Kind of wild. I mean, it's only one screenshot out of like multiple probably that was taken from that tweet, but at the end of the day, the numbers do speak for themselves. Like if you get a really good quarterly financial report and everybody's reaction is to like quickly sold when usually you would just hold, that kind of speaks to their mentality. They invested a ton in 2024 getting US merch recognition. Now that they have store in LA, there should be a payoff in 2025. I sure hope so. And but yeah, they've always kind of been like that. Like Cover Corp invests a lot in the future and they just like believe that it's going to get better if they do that. They've always had their mentality. Bye bye Aussie fans. So anyway, that's kind of all I had for this right now. Yeah, yes, exactly. Cover has always been playing the long game, and for me, like personally, I always thought that was a great strategy. And that's why I believed in them, and that's why I've been supporting them. That's why I bought stocks. I didn't buy stocks, I just bought stocks because that's a company I like. People were like, why the fuck are you buying stocks in Japan? Like, there's literally no advantage for me to buy stocks internationally. I only did it because it's Hololive. And I was like, that's just something I like, That's something I like. That's something I know. So, there's going to be probably a lot of doom posting, as there always is with graduation. I know that a lot of people are going to be unhappy. It's your choice. I'm not going to tell you how to feel about it, but I think I'm going to say the same thing I said last time. I think I will continue to believe in Hololive until, they prove me otherwise. I think they have wonderful talents that are happy to be there and that like what they're doing. So I'm going to support them as much as I can. If you're a fan of Shion, you want to keep supporting her, you totally can. I'm sure she'll reappear soon. You can follow her new accounts, etc., etc. The cost of living goes down, there will be more money for supporting VTubers. True, that is true. Oh, Fubuki hasn't graduated yet, so yeah, it all comes down if you believe in Fubuki. I mean, there's, like, some of the veterans seem really fine there. Like, I feel like Miko is really solid. I don't think she's going anywhere. Marine has already said she's not going anywhere, and I feel like Pecora is not moving either. Same with Matsuri. But every time I have like a mild take like this, people are quick to downvote me. Last time my video got massively disliked, and massively. I've never dropped under 97 dislike ratio, but still, when people want to be angry at something, they're gonna find a way to be angry. I think the situation is not so black and white. However, humanity calls for direct measures, and that is something that's very hard for people to understand. They want black and white or they don't get it. I feel like the Fauna graduation might have been worse just because Shion, we kind of knew that it was coming for a while. She's been struggling for a while. She hasn't shown up to a lot of the stuff. And she's been on and off about streaming. Yeah, for Fauna, it was so abrupt. In the case of Shion's graduation, I think the part where she says that it's people are going to be angry at the change in direction. What does it mean to have a change in direction in Hololive? No one is ever precise about it. It's really frustrating because I can say what I think it means. Everybody has their idea of what they think it means. But we're never gonna know for fucking sure. Like, concretely, what does it mean? Like, in their day-to-day life, what has changed? What are the extra tasks they need to do? Is there more background work? Is there more songs they need to record? Is there more travels that they're forced to do? I think that's the part that upsets me the most, is the change in direction part that Shion seems to not agree with. Aqua didn't seem to agree with it either, and Fauna either. It might be a bunch of small things added together. However, it's like, this is kind of the part where we're lacking a little bit of transparency. And it doesn't look like we're going to get like very precise answers. Is this the end game for a company that goes public though? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe more voice packs being released. I think more work is the issue. Yeah, it sounds like there's more mandatory things built into their new yearly contracts. True. I also got that impression. Yes, I've seen a lot of people mention that. See that they got another dev instead of HoloGP, getting X-idols as talents. But at the same time, I feel like we're going to see this trend of getting X-idols as talents a lot more. It might be like VTubers might become the retirement home for X-idols. And I mean, I think Vivi's doing great within Hololive. She's a gamer. To me, she's been feeling more like a gamer than an idol. I think they may be moving away from single talent personal streaming to more business streaming, aka from the studio for sponsors or business collab. Mori is undercover and Universal Music. It's like a double debuff. I don't know, it sounds like a buff for her. And Vivi! The thing is, I think Mori explained it once, but she wasn't allowed to use her funds, her own personal funds, to fund her album, so she had to get a Universal contract for it. Yeah, but on the other hand, a lot of them have said in clips and stuff and in live streams that they don't have to do anything that they don't want to. But the statement from Shion kind of leads me to believe maybe otherwise. The wording was like, over the past few years, I started feeling this difference more and more. As time passed, it gradually grew bigger. About a year ago, I took a break without deciding when to return. I was struggling, mentally exhausted, and honestly, I was worried about my life. I thought taking a break would help, but I started hating the internet, something I once loved. As long as I belong to a company, I believe it's right to follow its directions and rules. I think another thing is that I believe there's a lot more restrictions than there used to be, and a lot of things that they're not allowed to do. And she says that over time, the expectations have changed. Things that weren't there before, things that weren't expected, became necessary. So, I mean, if the word necessary is rightfully translated, necessary kind of means like essential, right? Kind of means mandatory. Anyway, so she says that the things that weren't expected became necessary, and that's where I disagreed with the company, and that's why I chose to graduate from Hololive. So, yeah. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.